Good morning students. Today I am starting a new topic. The name of the topic is Thinkers, Beliefs and Victims. In this topic we will study about some new religious leaders who brought new light in the society of our country. At the same time we will also study about their preachings and the monuments which were constructed by their followers. Now just see that in this topic we will study about the period of 600 BCE say 600 century tak. It means we will study about the 1200 years. As in earlier chapters we have studied about the same period, यानी कि we have studied the content during the 600 BC से 600 century तक, and we have studied about the emergence of new kings and kingdoms, and then in the third topic we have studied how the relationship was maintained between the king and the peasants, king and the priests, and king and the common people. In this topic we are going to study about the thinkers. Now the question is, what was the reason that the new ideas and the new thinkers came into existence? Actually children, as we have studied in the previous chapter, that after the compilation of the Brahmanical text that is known as Dharma Sutra, or we can say Dharma Shastra. Dharma Sutra or Dharma Shastra was compiled by the Brahmanas, and they have divided the society into 4 Varnas. At the top of the society there were the Varna of Brahmanas, and then the Kshatriyas, then the Vaishyas and the Shudras. We have studied in a very detailed way in the previous topic. So here I want to tell you only one thing, that there was a extreme domination of the priest, that is the Brahmana Varna, in the society. They were dominating the society, and the people belonging from other Varnas, they were feeling very humiliated by the upper Varnas. And we have also studied that all the castes were included in all these 4 Varnas, due to which the time came when people started to move and to go with the priests for solving their own personal or family problems. The result was that the priests started to tell the solutions of the problems for the common people, for practicing some type of yoga or some type of tradition or some type of rituals, and for those rituals they were charging. And the time came when so many sacrifices were also started, and the kings started to do the so many traditions and rituals like Ashwamedh Yagna and like Rasu Yagna, as we have also seen this in Ramayana also, when Bhagwan Rama he started to do the Ashwamedh Yagna for showing the supremacy in the society. The result was that the common people became very much humiliated, and they were very much feeling suffocated from these type of rituals, because they were not able to afford the cost of all the rituals. They also wanted a new path, new light, new way of life, so that their problems could be solved and they could live a common and a simple life. This was the social condition. This was the mental the condition of the people when some new religious ideas came into existence. They were Jaina Dharma and the Buddhists. We will study about these two religions later on in this topic. First, let's know some basic things and some introductory things for this topic. We will focus in this topic especially about the Sanchi Stupa, because Sanchi Stupa is the stupa which has been preserved by the rulers of Bhopal, because it is in Bhopal, and it has been declared by the Archaeological Survey of India the key monument of India. We will also study why this stupa was made, and the stupas were how many things the stupas are including, why they were constructed, what is the purpose for the construction, what is the purpose of the railings which was prepared by the or around the dome of the stupa, and who reconstructed it, who preserved it, and why it has been declared the key monument by the Archaeological Survey of India. We know and we are much aware about the Major Alexander Cunningham. Major Alexander Cunningham was the first Director General of Archaeological Survey of India, and he stayed for a longer time on the near the Sanchi Stupa, and he studied about the ruins of the Sanchi Stupa. He then reconstructed the history of the Sanchi Stupa, because he was well aware and he wanted to know and he wanted to go in the depth why it was constructed and how many things it is containing, right? Then we all know that in the 19th century, the India was the colony of the British. At that time, some French scholars were also there. Some French scholars were there, and they wanted to take the eastern gateway of the Sanchi Stupa to the France and to keep it in the museum of the France. But we are so lucky that the rulers of Bhopal, that is Shah Jahan Begum and Sultan Begum, they were the most dedicated rulers, and they convinced and they were successful to convince the scholars of the French as well as the British scholars not to take the gateway but to prepare its model and to take the model of the stupas, and they were happy to construct the models. They prepared the model for the stupas and they took it to their own country, and they have preserved it in their own museums. So just see that the foreign scholars are also so interested to know the reasons and to know the depth of the stupas, and so we being Indians, we should also and we must visit there, and we must watch it, and we must know the importance of all these monuments. That's why this has been included in your content also, that that is the part of our culture, and we must know our culture. If the construction is there, if the dome is there, if the railings are there around the dome, if the gateways are there, and in gateways also so many things have been so many designs are there, why that particular design is there, if the if the idol of the lions are facing four directions have been put there, then what is the reason? We must know each and everything, because each and everything has been put and which has been proved scientifically also, that there was a scientific reason behind each and every construction made in the stupa, right children? Then we are aware about the John Marshall also. He was a scholar and he stayed near the stupas. So Shah Jahan Begum, she ordered for the construction of the rest for the guest house near the Sanchi Stupa, and she funded for the construction of the guest house that was constructed near the Sanchi Stupa, and John Marshall lived there for a longer period of time. He studied about the Sanchi Stupa and he wrote so many volumes on that. And Shah Jahan Begum also gave funds for the publication of those accounts and those volumes which were written by the John Marshall. Then Sultan Begum was also there. She was a successor of Shah Jahan Begum, and she also paid attention for the reconstruction and preservation of the Sanchi Stupa. That's all for today, children. Thank you.